Hello everybody and welcome to the May edition of my art challenge for 2020. This month I went a different path for what kind of art I wanted to do, and there's some good points and bad points, but I'll discuss that later. But the point, what I wanted to do with this was I kind of love the art style that old researchers had when drawing like anatomical models of like human anatomy and animals and plants, and I think that that's just a cool style, and it's an interesting style because it relies on shading to indicate color and not like actual color for the most part. And I think that's an interesting thing to try, to use, you know, dots and lines and sketches to convey depth and texture without specifically trying to go for hyper-realism. And, you know, I'm trying to sound very smart about this, but really it's just, I really like the art style, and it has the bonus of not involving a lot of color, so I decided not to, you know, I wanted to do it because I'm also a little lazy, sue me. But it was a lot of fun, and I love paper texture, and I liked going through and just really focusing on making things pop, giving them some detail and some texture, and going through and you know, it was just a lot of fun. It was just a good break, because this month's been it's been a month, and June's looking to be a interesting month as well. It'll be kind of funny to go through this once the year's over and I've completed all of my art projects, and then just listen to how much that none of the art projects really, it wasn't about the art at all, or learning. It was about coping with 2020 and how awful 2020 has been. But, you know, in a way, that's also kind of a nice, pleasant message that, you know, stuff's happening, and I mean, we still need to talk and take care of that kind of stuff and be present to, you know, change, hopefully, in good ways. But at the same time, like, the hobbies are still there. You can still take time for yourself, and even if it's not the best thing you've ever done, it's still something that you can just occupy your mind with. But enough about morals and life lessons. About the art, you know, what we're all here for, the art. Things that I liked. I definitely liked that because I wasn't so focused on having to color or having to do big, you know, change big pieces later and composition and stuff, I really did get to just look at texture and detail and have fun with a different set of brushes that I don't use when I normally work with Krita. Usually I stick to the like basic painting ones, and then I use some of the pre-made textures to fill in, and it is a bit of a cop-out for me to just like use textures to fill in instead of actively thinking about how things work and shadows and stuff, and I am a complete a moron when it comes to using any sort of painting program correctly. You know, layers, I am proud of how far I've come with the layers since I first started digital art. I think I was just doing everything on one layer and being like, why is everybody so much better at this than I am? Then I learned about multiple layers, and I was like, oh, I can comprehend how people can, you know, draw something as a sketch first and then paint over it, and it looks so nice because they give themselves rooms to mess up and not ruin things that they've already perfected. So I think that's a big problem that eventually I'm going to need to just sit down and really focus on learning a program. My problem with that currently is that Krita's free, which is great, but I may want to invest in a program that isn't just the free version and like really learn with like a professional program. And that's a costly investment. And you know, if you see my channel, you know that I definitely I'm more on the free side of things. I like cheap and I like easy. But this might be one of those things where you just really have to invest if you're gonna really put in the time to get good. And, you know, maybe if I feel more comfortable in the future, I will. So that's where I stand with that. Just having trouble committing to one program. It's similar with my editing program. I currently use a free version of one of the programs, and I've seen another program talked about by YouTubers that I like, and I'm just like, oh, do I really want to switch over? There are things I like about the program I use, but it's certainly not comprehensive. So, you know, maybe I want to just do the switch and just jump in and try to learn a new program, because it'll turn out better in the end. But then I lose all the knowledge I've gained about this program, where I can make something like this video fairly quickly once I just have all the footage and stuff. So, you know, committing to things is hard, guys. It's always hard. It's hard for everybody. But at least they're light things. Not life and death isn't going to change depending on what programs I use. So, in terms of actual art things I want to get better at, next month I'm going to learn how to do those dang ram horns, because I've been doing them the same stupid way and I keep getting confused as to how to make them look legit, and I'm tired of it and I want them to look cool. So I'm going to definitely put that on my list of things to do next month. Learn how to make sick ram horns for my characters. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Gonna try to really knock the next one out of the park, because this one isn't like groundbreaking in any means, but I like it. I like how the style is different and it carries its own sense of personality. I do feel like I did a little bit of a cop-out with the girl, because she's just there on the head and there's no real texture to her, and that's because I wasn't really thinking about her. But we'll see. Next time I will try to do something really impressive, guys, and you're gonna laugh at me as I do it, but I'm gonna try. So these are the progress so far. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you next month, and we'll see what I do then. It'll be a blast. It'll be good fun. Bye-bye!